Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Travel. For you regular viewers and those that are a little bit more astute, you'll probably have noticed by now I am not Pat Han. Uh, Pat has some other obligations. Hopefully, she'll be making bail soon, and she'll be back. But she asked me to if I would fill in for her in this presentation. Bear with me. I have not done a solo presentation on this program in quite some time, so I'm bound to make a few mistakes. So bear with me if you would. Today, what I thought I'd do is I'd share a little bit of information about one of my favorite destinations, the Algarve in Portugal. I recently returned from a visit, and it's the second time that I have been there in the last 2 years. So that's a testament to how much I enjoy that area. For those of you that slept through geography class, Portugal is located down there. It's in yellow, next to Spain. And the Algarve is the very southeastern part of of Portugal. In that here's a map here. It kind of shows the green shaded area. It goes across the entire country from Spain to the Atlantic Ocean. The region is known for its beaches, stunning coastlines. They have fantastic weather. The food I find is just great. But what I go for a lot is not only the weather but the diverse landscape. I just love the country. They've got rugged cliffs. They've got great sandy beaches. They've also got some natural parks. There's one, I'm trying to think the name, Ria Formosa, and it's a wetland area, and it stretches over about 37 miles, and it's a natural habitat for a huge variety of birds. So if you're into birding, it's something you might want to consider. As I mentioned, this is the second time that I've been to the Algarve in Portugal. And so I've received a lot of questions from friends about why I keep going back. What is the attraction? So what I'm going to do, I think, is just read some of those questions that I've collected, and I'll answer them. And hopefully you will find them beneficial for yourself if it's something that you think that you would enjoy going to Portugal. Along the way, I'm going to share some photos that I've taken. There's no particular order. I'm just going to randomly pop some photos up, and you can get a little bit of an idea of what the landscape of Portugal is like, and the Algarve particularly. So let's get started. Need to put my glasses on. Okay, first question. What are the best times of year to visit the Algarve? Well, I think the best time to visit is during April or May, or September, October. It's the shoulder season. The weather's still warm, but the crowds are much thinner. And I went this time in January. I think I pushed the season a little bit. It was nice enough, but I was there. I did have to experience some cooler nights. Had to wear a sweater and a light jacket. and actually had a couple of days of rain. So I don't know as if I would go back in January again or February. Probably want to wait till at least March, but April and May, perfect. This picture here, that's the beach from the little town that I stay in called Cavario. Next question. What are some of the top things to do in the Algarve? Well, one of my favorite activities is hiking. And this is actually a shot from a trail, a cliffside trail called the Seven Hanging Valleys. And start to finish, it's 4 to 6 hours of a round trip. Now, I've never attempted that, but I have spent a lot of time on this trail. It's rugged, it's isolated. You got to have your knees and legs in pretty good shape because there's a little bit of steps and climbing involved. But boy, the scenery is just absolutely stunning. And of course, and the Algarve is also known for their beaches. If you're a beach person, tons of great beaches. If you're a golf person, some amazing, beautiful golf courses there. There's historical sites. There's the natural parks that I've mentioned before. There's water sports. I love just trying out the local cuisine and going to different restaurants every night. So there's plenty of things to see and do. Speaking of beaches, this is the beach looking down in the town of Cavario. Beautiful. I mean, look at the water. It's clear as a bell. So next question. What's the local cuisine like in the Algarve? It's a mix of Portuguese and Mediterranean influences. Lots of fresh seafood, as you might suspect. There's grilled meats, lots of great locally grown fruits and vegetables. Some of the more popular dishes include grilled sardines, octopus salad, and sweet potato pudding. I've had them all. They are delicious. And I will say, before I went to Portugal, my vision of sardines was the little bitty can with about 6 tiny sardines in it, and wasn't a huge fan. But I ordered, at the recommendation of a Portuguese man, I ordered sardines, and what was served were sardines that were about this big, about that big, grilled. I got I think 4 of them on my plate. They were delicious. A little challenge to learn how to eat. You got to kind of fillet them. The guy that told me I should try them showed me how he fillets them, and he's been eating them all his life, and he whipped through those sardines very quickly. But yeah, if you're in Portugal, give them a try. I think you'd like them. Next question. What are some of the best areas to stay in the Algarve? Well, my favorite, like I mentioned, is Cavario. It's small. It's right on the coast. I can access a lot of hiking trails. There's golf courses, but other areas was Lagos, which is close, Albufeira, Vilamura, Tavira, and if you are one of Let's Talk Travel Portuguese viewers, please excuse the way I'm butchering your language. Uh, I'm doing the best I can. Here's a stunning shot of one morning that I was out on the trail. Next question. How easy is it to get around in the Algarve? Well, it's pretty well connected with public transportation, buses, trains. Uh, Most areas that I've ever been in are very walkable or bike friendly. And of course, you can rent a car if you want to explore on your own like that. Okay, this question's kind of similar. It's asking what the most picturesque towns to visit in the Algarve. Lagos, Tavera, Faro, Sils. Again, I'm butchering the language. Each have, their own unique blend of history and culture, their natural beauty. So yeah, I've never really been too many places that I was disappointed with the towns that I've visited. I had something I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was now. This is actually a picture of the resort I stayed at, and it's right on one of the cliffs in the beginning of one of my favorite hiking trails that I mentioned before, the Seven Hanging Valleys Trail. So it's a great starting point for that trail. Next question. Are there any family-friendly activities? Should I bring the kids? Well, yeah, it's a great place. I mean, there's the beaches are all safe, and from what I saw, very shallow, and so they're suitable for children. But there's also water parks and zoos, even a theme park. So yeah, Portugal is a good place to bring the little ones if you want. Next question. Is it? And no, that one, I'll skip that. We kind of covered it. Is it safe to travel in the Algarve? I would say absolutely yes. It's got a good reputation of being a very safe destination for tourists. But with any travel destination or any place in the world for that matter, even home, it's important to take common sense safety precautions. Always be aware of your surroundings and keep your valuables secure. Don't wander off all by yourself like I have a tendency to do sometimes. I don't recommend that. But I don't listen to my own advice sometimes. Next question. What are the best beaches to visit? Here we go with the language again. The word for beach, I believe, is pronounced praia. And there's a beach I'm familiar with, Praia de Roca, Praia de Va, Praia de Camillo. Of course, you don't know where any of those are, but those are the ones I like. They all have kind of unique features, depending, the different rock formations. But every place I've been, the water's been extraordinarily clear, and the sand is good and golden, really. I like this picture. You can see those people in the foreground there climbing up some stairs. I didn't count the number of stairs, but it's more than what I'd want to do more than 8 or 9 times a day. You can also, I tried to capture a little boat going through that down there in the bottom. I thought that came out pretty well. Let's see, just another question here or two. What's the culture like? Well, it's Portuguese, but there's some Moorish influence. And what my opinion, what I've seen is that it seems to be a really strong emphasis on family, community, tradition. They have colorful festivals. They have annual carnivals. It's really just a pleasant country to go visit. I've never met anyone that wasn't just really friendly and a great people. This photo, I don't know if you can see it. They're just to the left of the Dancing Moon Travel logo. You can see a body, a man, perched up on top of that peak. I didn't do that. I like to go off and go hiking, but I'm not a daredevil. So anyway, that's it. After hearing this information on the Algarve that I just whipped through quickly, if this is something, if this is a country, a destination you think you'd like to add to your bucket list, give Pat a call. She can help you plan a vacation. And I've been running her phone number along the bottom of this the entire time. So yeah, give Pat a call at Dancing Moon Travel and tell her that you've seen this and that you thought maybe going to the Algarve would be a perfect destination for your next vacation. So anyway, thank you very much for bearing with me. And no doubt Pat will be back next week. And I don't know what her topic will be, but as always, over the years, she always comes up with some great topics. So thank you for your time and have a good evening.